Hey guys, another Open Dragon Mouth, and we'll get into Midwest Furfest in just a few minutes. I've been made aware that some of you are already in Chicago. You couldn't wait, could you? Well, anyway, we'll get to that in a few minutes. But first, I've been brought to the attention of Metallica. You all know who that is. The metal band that's been around forever. Have come up with a new music video for their new song, Here Comes Revenge. It is a 7.5-minute long video, and it is all animated. And I was quite interested because it was a furry music video. Now, the music itself is awesome. Yeah, do listen to it. You can't go wrong with Metallica. The music video itself is about this anthropomorphized wolf, which has human hands, and he wears these southern clothes. He's all bloodied, and he has these trophies of different animals he's killed. He's killed a horse, a goat, a rabbit, all and so forth. And for some reason, he has dresses underneath. Now he's eyeing his next victim, which is a deer, which happens in a very, very close house. But then he starts getting these images of the animals he has killed now torturing him, and he has these nightmares about him. And in the end, it reveals that he's actually in jail, being tormented of what he has done. But it was a weird and disturbing music video, but I was intrigued with it. Please check that out. It is Here Comes Revenge by Metallica. So it was some great animation, and yeah, I do recommend you check that out. A game is finally, after almost a decade in the works, coming out. Owlboy. This game has been in the works since 2007 by the mind of Simon Anderson. It won a 2010 Independent Game Festival for Excellence in Visual Art. It won the Nordic Indie Sensation Award at the Nordic Game Awards. But after years and years of it being in development, it is finally going to be coming out. And it has gotten some good reviews, seeing some 9s and some 10s, saying it was worth the wait. The game itself is a flying adventure platformer. The game describes Otis, who is a mute, who's struggling to live up to expectations of owlhood, and it spirals out of control when there's a sudden appearance of sky pirates. And what follows is a journey through monster-infested ruins with unexpected encounters and burdens no one should have to bear, according to this description. And yeah, it looks like a game that you would see on an NES or Super NES platformer. So if you want to take a look at it, there is a trailer of it. It is owlboygame.com. And from the looks of it, I'm pretty intrigued with it. It has won multiple awards, even though it hasn't been officially been released. It's been in constant development. Let's see. What is up next? Another one that that's been in the works of trying to come out. Tonko House and 20th Century Fox Animation have been partnering together to develop a full feature film based on the short film The Dam Keeper, which was nominated for a 2015 Academy Award. Tonko House will direct the feature film, and Fox will distribute. Now, the screenwriter, John Henry Hinkle, originally brought aboard by Tonko House, had joined the project. Kane Lee, the independent producer, formerly of Jane Stark's Productions and Blue Sky Studios, will produce this film. Now, the short film had no dialogue. It was based on 8,000 digital paintings and centered on a friendship between an introverted pig who keeps his town safe from a cloud of pollution with his windmill dam and the artistic fox. So the new film will have dialogue and is intended to be made primarily in computer graphics. They're currently writing and illustrating a trilogy of the Dan Keeper graphic novels, which the first one should be released by next year by First Second Books. And they're also developing a 10-episode series for Hulu in Japan. So we'll see how that turns out. Another one that's everyone's been asking for. We've been wanting SWAT Cats to be renewed for a reboot. Well, there's actually a petition coming out asking Netflix to revive it. And I know that Kage has been asking for it to come out because he got a sort of a character inspired by him by the animator. So they want Netflix to pick up SWAT Cats Revolution and turn into an original series. The petition is asking for 1,000 signatures right now. As of this recording, there's 656. Now, SWAT Cats did have a Kickstarter. They pitched it to Cartoon Network, which for some reason they decided not to pick up the show. I don't know why, but the petition page had linked to the original article as to Cartoon Network not deciding not to pick up the show. So, I mean, they brought us back Powerpuff Girls, which is terrible. What else did they bring back? They did the reboot of Teen Titans, which that is terrible. They're bringing back Samurai Jack. I forgot what else are they trying to reboot. But the Kickstarter had a 2-minute teaser reel to show the studio heads along with a new animated series character designs, 3 scripts, and concept art. So I really don't understand why Cartoon Network would want to reboot, or would not want to reboot SWAT Cats. I mean, they've been giving us some bad shows as of recent, but I mean, who else are they trying to pitch it to? I mean, they've been trying to pitch it to Netflix, who has optioned an upcoming Voltron, and currently has a King Kong cartoon in its library. They could pitch it to Warner Brothers. So the fight to bring it back on the air is still in the works. Unfortunately, it's not going to be Cartoon Network as we were hoping for. All right, let's go to what everyone will be talked about for this week, Midwest Furfest. And yes, I will be there. I will be flying in on Thursday. And I'm actually got a room myself. I'm actually hosting a room. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be in the main hotel because, my God, we have been having a hard time trying to find any kind of space inside the Hyatt. For those of you who did find one, lucky you. But there's something I need to mention before I get into the schedule. They decided to take a play out of BLFC's book. Instead of a fursuit parade, we're going to have a fursuit menagerie. It's going to be like the festival that we had at Biggest Old Fur Con. It will be at 12:30 on Saturday. It will go until 3 p.m. It'll be a bunch of photos for all of the fursuiters to hang around at. So we'll see how that goes. It's mainly because the parade has gotten so big. It's been taking too long for the parade to go around. I think they said it went over an hour for to go through, and some firsters didn't even join in on the parade. But they'll have more details on the Furfest page. All right, let's go into the schedule. December 1st on Thursday. If you have sponsor or shiny sponsor, you will have your pre-register pickup at 4:30. Everyone else will be at 5 p.m. If you're registering at the door, it will be at 6 p.m. 7 o'clock, we have an art jam and bring your own game. I should consider bringing one of mine. I mean, I've had my pandemic game sitting on the shelf for a while. I think everyone's going to be looking for Cards Against Humanity. Which, by the way, when I was in Birmingham, there was a pack out there are 2 packs actually that they extended. We have Everyone Hates Trump and Everyone Hates Hillary. Yeah, political theme cards. Thursday night dance we'll be at, and where did my schedule go? It is going to be at 10 p.m. The DJs will be Viotti at 10, Addicts at 11, Axel Fusky at midnight, and Rocco at 1. And by the way, no, I'm not going to be DJing at this convention. I might in the future. I mean, BLFC has been my foot in the door to try to get into the big cons. I hope that I will get into the bigger cons in the near future, but I need to build up my resume before they start taking me in. I can't tell you how many times that Furry Week in Atlanta turned down my request over many years trying to get into theirs. Let's see, Friday. Registration will open up at 10. Opening ceremonies will be at 11 a.m. Where did they put their... There should be a dealer's tent. Oh, well, they didn't. They're not going to open up until 1 p.m. So that's going to give you time to do whatever you want before you can spend your money. Same thing with the Artist Alley and Art Show. If this is going to be your first furry convention, attend this panel at 12 p.m., which will be... And I really hate it when the information goes off my screen. It'll be at the Grand Ballroom after the opening ceremonies is done. There's going to be a panel on fursuit safety at 2 p.m. at DFW. And I know that not a lot of people are going to go into this one because they don't have the equipment at a furry hockey game, which I would, except it would cost me quite a bit of money for luggage. The closest thing I do is that for the past 3 years I've produced videos for a street hockey league. Let's see. Meet the Guests of Honor will be at 3 p.m. I will get to the Guests of Honor in a few minutes. This panel will be at the Grand Ballroom. If you're going to be performing in the variety show, your first rehearsal will be at 3:30 at Rosemont. You can meet the charity at 4, which will be in Hartsfield. We have a couple of tournaments going on. We have a furry beanbag toss tournament, which if it's, I'm assuming it's cornhole. That's going to be at the Conference Center foyer. The poker tournament will start at the same time at Lindbergh. Con Suite will open at the same time as well at Grand A and B. an Angel Dragon meet and greet at 6 p.m., which will be in Hartsfield. Guess who's hosting that? Oh, yeah, one of my favorites. MST3K. We're going to make fun of some movies. And I really enjoyed it last year. It went to capacity last year. We were watching the second Dungeons and Dragons movie. I could tell you that Alkali doesn't want to hear the word torch ever again. We'll see what movie they're going to have lined up this year. Just like his description. Hopefully this year's movie will not have center screen wipes. If you don't know what he's talking about, watch his performance, his little warm-up act before To the Ranting Griffin at Anthrocon. What do we got? Preliminaries for the Fursuit Dance Competition at 6, which will be held at Convention Center, Room 21. Let's see. Oh, they're going to be doing a classic game show, Super Password, which will be at 7:30 at Lambert. If you've never seen the show before, it's really enjoyable. I especially love some of the bloopers that they have. The host of that show, Burt Reynolds, was known for accidentally giving away the answer. So you got to look at some of these clips. They're really funny. Let's see. We got an improv charity event at 9 p.m., which will be it's a comedy show with Alkali. And right after that, one of my favorite panels, Whose Line Is It Anyway? It is one of my favorites. Anyone who watched my channel for forever knows that. 10 p.m., that's when that will occur. And we also have the dance at 10 p.m. The DJs for that will be Takum at 10, Kihu at 11, Rekka at midnight, and Treats at 1. Let's see. On Saturday, the second variety show rehearsal at 9 a.m. Dealer's Den and Artist Alley will open up at 10 a.m. Poker tournament will continue at that time. Let's see. Oh, I didn't see this one. Furry TV commercials for that will be at 11 a.m. at Tech Center. Let's see. What else do we got? Oh yeah, Fursuit Menagerie. I've already mentioned that. That will be at 12:30. Let's see. Fursuit Price is Right at 2 p.m. And this will be held at LAX. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of panels are going on at 3 and 4. It will take me all night if I read out all of them. One I know everyone's going to be interested in. Well, you got two options here. First one is the Furry Variety Show, which will occur at 7 p.m. at the Rosemont Ballroom. Or you could do Floor Wars, which will be in the Grand Ballroom. Let's see. We also have Drag It Show Live at 9 p.m. It will be at Rosemont after the variety show. And Saturday Night Dance at 10 p.m. The DJs will be Toby Dingo at 10, Foxkey at 11, Tech Fox at midnight, and Darrow at 1. On Sunday, we have this one I was going to read. Your Dealer's Den and Artist Alley will open up at 10. Poker tournament will continue at the same time. Charity auction at 11 a.m., which will be held at Rosemont. fursuit dance competition at 1 p.m. and that will take place. And I'm running out of room on the page, and that will be at the Grand Ballroom. And Furs of YouTube. Now, this is catching my attention. What is this? This will be at SeaTac. This is when we share convids, sharing thoughts of important topics, doing less these ranting about things big and small. So, yeah, as a matter of fact, I've had an idea coming in through my head as to a new series I might do. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. But if that does happen, it'll have to be after Furfest. And your closing ceremonies will be at 5 p.m. And the dead dog will occur at 9. Let's see, do they list who's spinning? Yep, we have Thumper at 9, Spots at 9:45, Nightcat at 10:30, and Pyferno at 11:15. So that's pretty much some of the things on this year's programming schedule. All right, for registration, and why is my internet slowing down? Up here we go. At the door for membership, it's $55. Let's see. Single day, Friday and Sunday will be $25. Saturday will be $30. For minors age 7 to 12, the full weekend is $25. Friday or Sunday is $10, and Saturday is $15. Minors 6 or younger, an attending parent is free. And as everyone knows, this will take place at the Hyatt. Let's see. Who do we got for our guests of honor this year? We have Betsy the Beaver, a full-time freelance artist from Stephen King's Spooky Backyard. She works out of her home with her husband Roy and their breed of pets. She's aiming for a studio job and a move out west in the near future. She's been contributing content since 2004 and grew up living the anthro geek lifestyle before she knew what furry was. She's contributed to sites such as Club Stripes and Art Decade Monthly, to creating a banner for Fur Affinity. She's now working independently by means of Twitter and Tumblr. Our second guest of honor will be Draconic Knight. Let's see, she's had an interest in animals and arts, not knowing later in life she would combine those. She started attending conventions in 2007, and after making her first fursuit in 2008, she found her new passion. Since then, she's been doing commissions and dealing at conventions. Also self-taught in everything from drawing, sculpting, molding, airbrushing, wood burning, photography, casting, sewing, painting, and minor electric work. And then we have the pair of Bala and Bagheera. Bala, her full name Anastasia Krochazkaja. I probably butchered that. She's a freelance illustrator working for a variety of commercial projects. But by night, she sets aside her daytime disguise as a respectable professional artist to pursue her true passion and painting sometimes silly and always beautiful animals and often animal people. Bagheera, also known as Kimari Yu, has been drawing anthropomorphic art since she was 11, though she is mostly for herself. In 1998, when she was 14, she was moved by two powerful documentaries she saw to pursue a story, one that would come to define her life's purpose and choices. It's because of the story that she has become active in online communities, and her pursuit it would eventually lead her on a path to meet an unfathomably talented artist and writer, which would be Bala, who would many years later still would become the love of her life and share with her in the journey to bring the story that she's been chasing for so long in life. So those will be our guests of honor for this year's Midwest Furfest. And the charity for this year is Felines and Canines. Um, so, so, uh, so they've done Felines and Canines in the past. Um, this charity believes it takes a village saving the lives of animals, and it needed not just the job of one. It takes an entire team of people to make that happen. This charity is founded in 1977 as one of Chicago's first cageless, no-kill cat shelters. They operate as Felines Inc. for more than 30 years. And in 2002, under the leadership of Executive Director Abby Smith, they blossomed into a relatively unknown sanctuary-style rescue into a bustling adoption center. And in 2012, after evaluating the needs of both animals' welfare and local community, they expanded to include a dog shelter. And they were the first shelter to successfully integrate FIV positive cats with the general population. They also provide a variety of classes and community outreach services to assist the information and resources needed to have the healthiest and happiest relationships with pets. So they'll be around the convention the whole time, and a lot of the charities will be going to them. So be on the lookout for them. And if you need more details, you can go to furfest.org. And how long have I been running on this video? Nearly half an hour. I guess I'm making up for the short time that I've had with the past videos. Alright, so let's wrap this up with the upcoming events for December. As I just mentioned, Furfest this weekend. December 3rd, it is Furboliche. I hope I said that right. Which is a bowling event in Sao Paulo, Brazil. December 10th to the 11th, Furs upon Malaysia. So, you all know where this is going to be. Let's see. We also have Infernity on Christmas Eve, which will be held in Taipei. And then our final two events of the year, Laugh, New Year's Eve, and the New Year's Furry Ball, which will be held in Illinois and in the Delaware region. Is that where they've placed it at? Yeah, Delaware. So those will be our last events for the year. And I've gone on long enough. So that is pretty much it. I'll see you guys in Chicago. This Dragon's Mouth is now closing.